Greetings, this is the Timeshare Traveler. Today is episode 112. Wyndham/Worldmark, December 2022, owner update. Just a quick overview. It's interesting, Wyndham and Worldmark is evolving and growing, and I'm pretty happy with that. And I'll go through what makes me excited about it. And I got a call, which I didn't do anything about, but I'll go into the details about. There's a new Worldmark level being discussed, the founders, which they already have on the Wyndham side, but they're now talking about there being a new level, and I'll go through some of the things they've talked about as far as the benefits. Then I'm going to demo some new features about that are available now on the website. Like to try to do that because help people that don't get on the website as often as I do. And then my last question is kind of like, if I were to add to my membership, would I add more Worldmark points, or would I add Wyndham so I get a combination of both? And that kind of, I'll walk you through my decision. Again, all of this should be taken in context for what matters to you, and I'm giving you the context for what matters for me. Before I go into the detail though, let me tell you a little bit about my channel. I'll be right back to go through each one of those points. Hi, this is Cliff, and I'm the Timeshare Traveler. Welcome to my channel. The purpose of my channel is to educate those who love traveling in timeshares. I've been an owner for 15 plus years at timeshare ownership. I have elite ownership with Marriott, Hilton, and Worldmark. I have published over 100 timeshare video reviews, and I've published over 95 timeshare tips. I can be found on Facebook at Timeshare Trav, at Twitter, Timeshare Trav, and on the web at www.timesharetraveler.com. One thing I like about competition is everybody is driven to improve, and Wyndham Worldmark is growing, adding. And a while ago they added travel and leisure, and that really threw in a travel discounts. And that's a new thing that I haven't taken advantage of that because I can pretty much handle my own travel, but it's something, seems to be, particularly if you're doing cruises a lot, that makes a big difference. The big thing I really like, really makes a difference to me, because I've used Travel Share a lot, and I've used Club Wyndham for the whole year. I've booked every Hawaiian, pretty much every Hawaii Club Wyndham. So having inventory available, used to be you have to call and blah, 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 and then figure out if it worked for you. The other thing that's minor change, and I don't know if it's going to stay, but it seems to be they have a 90-day window for last minute stays, and he formerly 60, and I think again they try to give us more and more features, and obviously they're staying competitive with the other large people in the industry. So there's push for them to do that. So what makes me excited? Well, the new Worldmark level makes me pretty excited. It's not, all the rules aren't clear, and I'll go through the ones that I do know. Inventory availability for Club Wyndham resorts, that's a huge, that's really changed, because it's really 50% of the whole Wyndham Worldmark, and you can get to it from Worldmark. There's a slight fee, but maintenance wise, it's cost wise, it's very similar in cost. And again, I'm harping on the Wyndham rewards, and that's a big thing. I attend a lot of presentations, so I end up with a lot of Wyndham rewards, but there may be other ways with the new level. So just to give you a sense, there's an image there, and that's just California, and you can see there are probably over 200 resorts, and I went out 5 months, and it's 15,000 Wyndham rewards points for a one bedroom. So if you get a two bedroom, it's 30,000 points a night. So, and I made it work in Hawaii. I made it work. Literally, I got one night in a studio for 15,000 points the week in Hawaii, the week before the Ironman, which is unheard of to be able to get availability. So it really is a possibility. And also there's houses, so it kind of starts to feel a little bit like Airbnb, but you can use free Wyndham rewards points. So anyway, that's pretty exciting, actually. I think there's some really cool things coming. Okay, the next thing I want to go into detail, because it's not yet announced, and it's supposed to be announced and effective in 2024, and that there's a new Worldmark level founders. And I got a call from the corporate sales office, and they wanted me to buy something, which is not unusual for me to get a call periodically to buy something, but it's not yet formally announced. They did share internal emails, and I'll share a little bit with it, because again, I don't go for something that's not official. I buy what is actually marketed, what's on the website, what I can have all the rules explained. I don't buy it based on an email internally. So maybe it's going to cost me more in a few years, but I don't care. I want to make sure I know what I'm getting, as opposed to things can change while it's still an internal email, and they rarely change for the good. They change for the good of the company, not so much for the good of the purchasers. So the key features that matter to me, it's 85,000, so I was worried it'd be like 100,000. So I'm already platinum at 65,000, so it's 20,000 points, which is not cheap, but it's at least reasonable. And what it gives me, that there's 3 free club pass reservations per year, and that there's $300 a year. So that is effectively something that I wouldn't have to pay for, and I do use probably 3 to 4, even more sometimes, club pass, because I'm exploring a lot of different places. But the most important thing for me was the conversion to Wyndham Rewards, and what that allows me to do is, I've talked about Vacasa, and I showed you on one of the prior screens how many options there were, and I just gave you one state in California. It was 5 months out, there were 200, and it's very similar across all the country, including Hawaii and so forth. In fact, I have a reservation in February, coming up in 2 months. That's a Vacasa reservation that I booked 3 months ago. So it's definitely really great, and I'll be doing a review once I stay at the place. So to me, it opens up thousands of locations, which means wherever you want to go, driving vacations, everything just opens up. So maybe it's worth it for me to go to that founder's level. So let me now show you a demo of that new feature, show you how you can look at the inventory availability for Club Wyndham Resorts. With Worldmark's updated website, and that is the ability to check on availability of Club Wyndham Resorts inside your Worldmark. So I'm going to set this search up to hopefully happen fast. So I did Myrtle Beach, and let's take a look at the Sea Watch Resort. So you click on that, and this is a Club Wyndham. So it opens up Sea Watch, and what you want to do is then click on monthly availability. And I'm going to select a 1-bedroom for now, just because it's easiest. And then you can scroll down, and then you can see, I'm going to pick January 1 through 8, just because it's week. And it says it's available. You can see that it's available. Now, what you can also do is, I've opened up the points charts prior to this, so I didn't take time. You can up the credits, and so here's the credits for one of the towers, and you can see 1 through 4. That would be 5,000 for the 1-bedroom deluxe, or 7,300. There's also, I think, another set of towers which has a little higher. They have a 1-bedroom deluxe as part of a 3-bedroom lock-off. So that's 5,700 points, but you can see it goes out to the 4-bedroom presidential, which can be as high as 24,800 up here, but it can go down depending on the time of year that you book it. So again, you can open up the credits list, and I can show you that real quickly. I'll drop back to the resorts again, exploring the resorts. To the Myrtle Beach, select Sea Watch Resort, and there are others to select. And then you can see down here, you click the plus sign here for credit chart, and then you can either click on chart 1 or chart 2, which are the ones I showed you. Anyway, this is the cool features I like about the new added stuff. So you used to have to call to see what availability was, and it was really tedious, but now you can actually see online, and so you just make the call when you've got everything ready to book it. There you go. I hope you enjoy it. So now I'm left with this dilemma, do I add Worldmark? Do I add Wyndham? Right now I've done nothing in the most recent. I'm just trying to learn. So again, I go to presentations to learn, to find out what's coming, to plan ahead, to see if it makes sense for me, but only do it when it makes sense to me, not because I'm in a presentation and tomorrow it's going to be prices go up. I just don't go for that. And hopefully you'll, over time, learn to use those as education, because the more you learn, the better you get, the more value you see, and you choose what's right for you over time. So that I'm left with that dilemma: add Wyndham. That gets me access to the Margaritaville properties. I don't know how critical that is because there's plenty of Club Wyndham ones. The better booking window on the Club Wyndham side. Haven't had a problem with inventory, but it's possible. The 9-month window that I have with Club Pass seems to work. Then there's a question of resale versus developer, but the issue with resale, even though it's a lot less, you don't get to use things like you can't do the Wyndham Rewards, you can't do other things. So there's limitations, but each person makes their own decision on that. Then to the Worldmark side, the new levels got me right now. It feels like if I'm going to do something, that's what I'm going to do. But who knows? The future we'll know in the future. And again, the $300 savings and the 3 Club Pass, and you have to do this via developer purchase, so you can't just buy resale. I was considering if I wanted to add points, just add resale points on my Worldmark, but maybe the next level I'll be. And again, they haven't announced the program officially. When they do, I'll look at all of the things, and I'll do another video once it's actually officially announced and officially available for all of us to make decisions on whether we want to do it. I'll give you my perspective on that. But for now, here's a quick owner update. Hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to subscribe.